Hey everyone, gonna record this quick video for you to go over the XRP investment method and how we can essentially do that for virtually no risk. So let's dive right into it. I'm gonna share my screen here. Cool. So this is the PDF you guys should all know and love by now. Awesome. And I titled it Virtually No Risk $872 to 100K. So to start off, first how this works is XRP is this example is going to be based on XRP being at 60 cents per coin. So you can really think of it just like the US dollar. The US dollar is $1 per dollar, right? So that's where we're going to do this at. And really, with everything that's happening in the cryptocurrency market and with blockchain technology, um, XRP is attached to the company named Ripple. And what they're trying to do is create cross border transactions, basically international bank transactions, and make that process quicker and more seamless. Because right now there's a lot of discrepancies with dollar amounts because you're having to change from a currency that's weaker to a currency that's stronger and vice versa. But with XRP being that medium and also being able to do transactions in less than 3 minutes, it'll make that much quicker. And that's why, just like with stocks, we really believe the value is going to go up to at least $50. And that is a conservative amount. Cool. So let's move on along here. And again, all the estimates are based on XRP being 60 cents. And if you want to adjust that price, so let's say it's at 50 cents instead, you just subtract that amount. Also, touching on why this is virtually no risk is because we think the resistance is going to be 20 cents based on previous price action and the current level that it's at. So, right now, with 60 cents, 60 minus 20 is 40. But to adjust that, you just do whatever price XRP is at. So if XRP is at, let's say 55 cents, then you just subtract that amount. And as you can see in the example there, I say if XRP is at 72 cents, you subtract 20, and that gives you 52 cents. And again, it's very unlikely that the price of XRP would go below 20, just like it's unlikely that Bitcoin's price, if you're following that at all, will go below $10,000. So with that being said, that's 40 cents of potential price drop that we have to account for, also known as your risk. So 60 cents, the price we're using, minus the 20 cents of resistance where we don't think it'll go below, that's 40-cent gap. So remember that. So 40-cent gap, 60 cents minus the resistance, 20 cents. There's 40 in between here. Cool. So in Forex, which is how we'll be using this and doing this virtually no risk trade, for every 0.01 lot trade, so you have 0.01 trades, your profit and loss is $10 per 1 cent. Okay, so basically just think of, we're only going to do 0.01 trades, so basically just think of it as one trade equals $10 for every cent the price moves. So for example, again, going back to the 60-cent price point, if XRP goes from 60 cents to 59 cents, you're $10 in the negative. And vice versa, if XRP goes from 60 cents to 61 cents, then you're up $10. That makes sense? Hopefully so. And using that logic and where we believe true resistance is, again, that 20-cent point, resistance meaning where we don't think it'll go below, that leaves that 40 cents of potential loss or $400 of risk. Because again, it's $10 for every 1 cent per trade. So how do we guarantee that we get to 100K? If you take that conversion even further, so the $10 per 1 cent, And essentially you just add a few more zeros, so that equates to $1,000 per $1. And if you break that down, there's 10 cents. There's, if you do 10 cents, that's $100. And you do that 10 times, that's $1,000. 100 times 10 is 1,000. So that's how you get 1,000 per $1. And with that being said, are you seeing the big picture a little bit? If not, that's okay. I'm going to explain it even further. So with just one trade, again, it's a 0.01 lot trade. That's just some Forex terminology. Um, you make 1,000 in profit for every $1 XRP goes up. So if it goes where we think it'll go to, that $50, that's $50,000 because it's 1,000 for every dollar. So let's say, you're feeling risky and you want to add another trade. So you add another trade, again, 0.01. Now, remember, it's 1,000 profit per dollar, right? But if you add another one, that's another $1,000 per dollar, correct? So now you're making 2,000 for every dollar. And now your potential profit is $100,000. So let's say you got some stacks, you came into some money, you want to add another 0.01 trade. That's now 3.01 trades, or just 3 trades. So now you're making $3,000 for every dollar the XRP goes up. So now if it gets to that $50, when it gets to that $50 point, that's $150,000 in profit. But what about the risk? We always have to account for the risk. So if we take a look here, and I said that risk should be virtually non-existent, right? That's at the top of the screen. So here's how we make that happen. And this is cool, real cool how this works out. So again, going back to that trade, it can move down, potentially go down 40 cents. And again, based on XRP at 60 cents, 60 cents here, resistance, 20 cents here, 40 cents of room in between. So again, $10 for every 1 cent of price, you have 40 cents times $10 equals $400. And some terminology there in the document, and we need $400 of room for the trade to breathe. Basically that it can go up and down, just in case, because spikes happen, market changes and everything. And a quick note here, I do recommend an extra 9%. I just want it to be as minimal risk as possible. Unless you're doing completely no risk, add an extra 9% to the some risk and low risk investments. That way, it'll just be a safer investment for you. So, for example, 9% of 400 is $36. So a safer investment for you will be 436. Again, you don't have to. It's completely up to your risk level and your tolerance level, but I do suggest it. And so now looking at this chart here, again, based on if when XRP hits $50, these are the plays you can make. So we have 3 different levels of risk here, and these can also be adjusted. Once we meet, I'll have a Google form for you to sign up if you want to talk about it a little bit more. But once we meet, and if you want me to set that up for you, or if you want the videos, you'll basically want to choose a some risk, low risk, or no risk option. And basically what those are is, remember the resistance. We're either some risk is that 20 cents, low risk is 10 cents, no risk is 0. So, and what that just means is you're giving the trade more room to breathe. Again, remember, we give it $400. It gives it room to breathe from 60 cents to 20 cents. So getting into the chart a little bit here, $500. So $500 gives from 60 to 10 cents, it gives it enough room to move within that range. And then $600, remember, it's $10 for every 1 cent. So that gives it room to move from 60 cents all the way down to 0 cents, which is virtually a no risk trade. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So if we focus on this first line here, looking at one trade, and I apologize, my annotation is not working for some reason. But we're focusing on this one trade line straight across. It's a row. So one trade, if you want to do a some risk investment, you're not, you don't want to play it fully safe, or you don't have the finances to play it fully safe right now. All it is a $400 investment. And if you look to the far right in the potential profit, it gets you $50,000. $400 to potentially earn 50,000. Makes sense to me, but that's just me. And then let's say, that's a little bit too much risk for you. You want to be even more certain. $500 investment, potential to earn $50,000. And it's even less of a risk. And virtually no risk, and I put no in quotations because there's always risk involved with trading, regardless of how safe it can be, is a $600 investment. And remember, that gives you room to breathe from 60 cents all the way down to 0 cents, so virtually no risk. Again, $50,000 profit, but at that point, it's almost guaranteed to you. And so, as you see on that far left column, number of trades open, um, it's just going down. Remember, we're just doing 0.01 trades. That's all we're doing. And you just keep adding as many as you want for the amount you can invest. So for two trades, basically what's happening is from row one to row two, the amounts are doubling. It's that simple. Um, and I guess to be more consistent going all the way down, to break it down even more from row one to row two, that's a little bit of a tongue twister. You're simply adding the investment amount from the first row. So to get the investment amount on row two, you just add 400 to 400. To get the investment amount in row three, you add 400 to 800, and so on and so on. And the same applies to these columns. And then for the potential profit, you're just adding another 50,000 in profit essentially. So you just add 50,000 all the way down. So hopefully that all makes sense for you. And I also include that here in the PDF. So basically you just add the amount in the first row each time you go down for your investment, and you add 50,000 in the profit column to see the potential profit for the other investments, like in the example. So that being said, an $8,000 investment, gets you the potential profit of $1 million. I like to leave a little silence for dramatic effect, but $8,000 gets you 1 million. And to break it down for you on how that works, let's just say right here in this two trades row. So it's 800 for two trades. So, and that gets you 100,000. How many times does 100,000 go into 1 million? 10 times. So what does your investment need to be? 8,000. And that's basically how you work it. And now I'll put this in here because I was just typing it up. If I had the money, I would easily put that in, because the beautiful thing is, once the price of XRP gets over $1 safely, then you can really take out your initial investment and just let it ride. Because you have to remember, these prices also are based on price after $1. So you're still going to make some profit from 60 cents up to $1, from whatever price it is up to $1. So you're already going to be in profit mode before you get to that dollar point. And moving on along, I've been mentioning this $50 price point all throughout the presentation, but the real target price of XRP in 3 to 5 years is about $200. So that would forex any profit amounts that are mentioned here. So for example, with that $8,000 investment, instead of being $1 million, that'll be a smooth 4 mil. Yeah. Turning W's to M's, we flip those. And that really concludes the breakdown of the investment and kind of how it works. I do want to show you kind of what it looks like in the actual platform and how that works, and also to share a little bit of good news with you. So, gonna go into our trading platform here. And as you see, this is kind of what will happen and what we'll do, what I'll be doing for you, or that I'll show you how to do. But this top one right here is XRP. And I don't know if this makes sense to you or you can really see it, but that says 48 cents pretty much. It's 47.95. And do you remember this whole example was based on what price? 60 cents. So right now, as I'm recording this video, the price is even lower and the investment amounts are even lower for you to take advantage at no risk. So right now, with the prices being at this point, for the some risk, it's just 50 minus, we can do 48 minus 30, 48 minus 20, I apologize. So it's 28 cents. 1 cent equals $10. So you only need $280 instead of 400 for the some risk investment to make $50,000. Low risk, you just add $100. For low risk, you only need $380 to make $50,000. And no risk, you only need $480 instead of 600. And then for the possibility to make $1 million with some risk involved, you would need, remember, so the first one for the some risk, it was 280, correct? So 280 times 2, what's that? 250 is 500, add a 30, so $560 times 10. Remember, we're doing $1 million. That earns you 100,000. So we're doing $1 million. So you have to do it 10 times. So $5,600 can potentially earn you $1 million. Makes sense to me, man. It makes sense to me. If you have it, I don't see why you wouldn't do it. I think the reward far outweighs the risk. And that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. So with that being said, I also want to show you the chart here and kind of how that looks. So as you can see, this is kind of how it will look in the Forex thing. That's how the chart looks and the prices. And so if you can see, previously the price was up here at 65 cents. And we actually got a little bit of a double top there. And that's why we're hitting this hard resistance based on technical analysis. But we got this big drop. So it's a great opportunity to hop in right now because you're getting a discounted price. So hit me up. Hit me up and just let me know because let me share this with you as well. If you'd like to take advantage of this opportunity, if you like to take advantage of this opportunity, but you don't want to learn the ins and outs, you don't want to learn how to work that app, you don't want to learn how to set up your broker account, you don't want to learn how to set stop losses, take profits, do the calculations, no worries. I am willing to take time to do that for you. It is first come, first serve, and I will set everything up for you that I can, and I'll also hold your hand through things that I can't set up. And basically, what it looks like is you will have to set up the broker account, just because it requires a little bit of personal information. Um, but after that, once that's set up, once we get the deposit initiated, I can take it over from there. You don't have to worry about it anymore. I'll send you all the details so you can get logged in, and you'll be able to have it on your phone, like I just showed you there, and you'll be able to pull it up anytime, check it out, see what's going on. But you don't have to, because we have it set up in a method where it just goes on its own. It'll take the profit on its own. Um, and then when it hits that point, I'm going to send out emails as well. Um, like I mentioned here, it's not an ongoing managed service. I'm not going to be checking this every day for you, or keeping tabs on your personal account. But I will send out updates on the price of XRP and currently where it's at. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That beginning process, that setup process that requires you. It'll take about 10 minutes. It's not anything crazy. And I'll be there with you, so it'll go pretty smooth. And for that, I wish I could do it for free, but I can't. It'll just be $99 one time. And I have a form there in that PDF. You just sign up there, some information that I'll need so I'll know how to help you best. And then I'll send you some information and some possible times so we can set up that time to meet. And again, sign up now if you want. If you're even thinking about taking interest in this, you can do the minimum amount. Like I said, is discounted right now, so it's not even that $400 investment. Is only about 280. No risk is like 480. So um, you can just throw that in, let it ride if you don't want to do anything else. Do and like you see, uh, I didn't show the time frames in that chart that I showed, but that price movement, it jumped about 20 cents within a matter of uh, 13 hours. So it can fluctuate. So you want to try and take advantage of it while you can. Cool. Also, if you don't want me to set it up all for you, you're kind of tech savvy, you can figure things out for yourself. I'll also be creating some video tutorials. Um, well, I have them created, and that'll show you how to set it up yourself step by step. So it'll be like I'm holding your hand, but I don't have to actually be there holding your hand or doing anything for you. And that'll be $19. So, not trying to break you, but uh, trying to get an investment of one time, you know. And again, this is not financial advice. You should only invest what you can afford to lose. All investments, no matter how low the risk or how minimal the risk, involve risk, and you could lose your money. And this document and this information is really just for educational purposes. Um, and none of the numbers here are guaranteed. So, that being said, I hope this was helpful. I hope it explained things. Um, Definitely feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. But besides that, let's get this money. Lacan means our wealth is increasing. Peace and love.